more affordable. Florida Blue, your health solutions partner.
I received $1 million in settlement. Was it satisfied? Oh, yes, absolutely.
Steiner, Green, and Finer. 800-561-1111.
7 News. Stay connected 24/7. Now at 10.
Island devastation. Hurricane Melissa leaves Jamaica and other islands in ruins with flooding and widespread damage. Shots fired on I-95, sending a driver to the hospital and snarling traffic for hours, who deputies arrested. A police pursuit in Baltimore takes a shocking turn, why officials are calling it disturbing and alarming. Have you ever wondered what it takes to run an entire school? One of our own stepped into the role at a Miami-Dade County school. Reunited, and it feels so good. A dog missing for 7 years finally found, and now he's back at home. Good morning, South Florida. I'm Alex Diarmas.
And I'm Taurus Jones. Today in Florida at 10 starts now.
This is 7 News. Today in Florida.
Here's a live view across South Florida on this Thursday morning. You may not see it there, but if you step outside, you will feel it.
That is for sure. Grab a sweater. You might need one. Let's get you a check of area weather. Meteorologist Jackson Dill and the Plex with our first forecast. Hey, Jackson, good morning.
Hey, good morning. It feels absolutely fantastic out there. Our first robust fall front of the season has come through over the past few hours. So fall front has arrived, and that's keeping Melissa safely away from the U.S. as it's now on the move, accelerating off toward the north and east. And behind this front, we're going to be left with this pleasant air mass. It will be breezy today, so we'll add a little bite to that air, but it's not going to be necessarily cool throughout today. But we'll notice warming temperatures now that the sun's starting to come out. Temperature changed, though, versus this time yesterday. We're 3 to 8 degrees cooler. Still stuck at 71, though, along the East Coast. We're at 71 across Miami for Lauderdale. Warmer into the mid to upper 70s across the Keys. There's that breeze, which will be strong throughout today, currently sustained around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Gusting at 24, though, and for Lauderdale, Miami at 22. And besides that gust, it's going to be pretty nice. No other main weather concerns. Radar sweep showing dry conditions, and our rain chances today at basically 0% chance. We will see some additional clouds at times throughout today, though, but at least it will be nice with that high temperature below average, topping off at 81 degrees. Now it's the latest on Hurricane Melissa. It is now a 105-mile-per-hour hurricane, so it has strengthened since yesterday, back up to Category 2 status. Now moving to the north-northeast at 21 miles per hour. Passes by toward the west of Bermuda by tonight, but still a hurricane warning there as some strong winds will be possible within the next 24 hours. More on this in your full weekend forecast, including Halloween, coming up in a few minutes.
And now 10 o'clock video this morning showing homes in Cuba flattened and streets flooded.
And a similar sight in Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa tore through the island. Residents who survived the monster storm now sifting through what remains. The death toll is climbing and dozens are still missing. Many communities are now cut off from the main access roads as well.
7's Olivia DeVinti is live in the Newsplex this morning with the damage left behind. Olivia.
Well, Tavares, Alex, it is a disaster there. The cleanup has begun as those who live in Jamaica this morning are seeing what is left of their homes. As for tourists, they are now waiting to get home to their loved ones.
Right now, we are standing in close proximity to the Black River Hospital, and that has been totally destroyed, along with several other buildings, including historic buildings, churches, courthouse, the parish council.
Jamaica's prime minister taking a sobering look at the damage left by Hurricane Melissa.
I flew over the south coast of St. Elizabeth into Black River, and from Treasure Beach to this point, we could easily say that between 80 to 90% of roofs have been destroyed.
Down power lines, trees stripped clean by winds as high as 185 miles per hour. flooding and debris filling the streets. Despite the damage all around western Jamaica, officials vowed the island will recover.
A lot of these people are cut off and do need food supplies flown into them. And so there's a lot of need on the western side of the island.
Drone footage shows the mess Mother Nature made in Montego Bay and the traffic in Goshen as drivers navigate flooded roads. In the Black River community.
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there. Behind his seat and leave a comment below. This is a make or break season. He's got to make an impact. Good morning, good morning, good morning, all you beautiful out there, people in attendance today. Hope everything is going good. Let me take a look at what's going on right here. I got a lot of sound and traffic in the background right here. People in the chat that are watching live, welcome back, everybody, to the Brandon Mason Show. We got a lot to talk about today. We got a lot going on today. If I have those phones on over there, I know you were listening to the countdown live and you were building. People in the chat right now, we're going to be talking about aliens, the 3-eye atlas, a lot of things happening, things that are approaching. People said, Brandon, what the hell is that going on? In the chat right now, don't come here and get your panties in a bunch, because Yvonne and I, you know how we get. Got Yvonne in the building right now having a good time talking about aliens. People in the chat right now are loading in. We're on Facebook. We are right now, I believe we're on Twitter, we're on TikTok, we're on Twitch. All those things are happening right now. We greatly appreciate people helping out behind the scenes. A lot of things going on right now. In the chat, as we dive into it, we got videos today. We got pictures. We got conversation. Is the government panic? The videos we got, V, showing the thing, the speed that it's going, the size of Manhattan, V. I don't know about Manhattan floating around in the sky. I mean, I don't know how you feel about it, but aliens coming down, approaching on South Beach, checking you out.
They just don't want people tearing up these stores. They gotta make a story.
Do you think the aliens gonna come in and say, "Hey, look, shit's about to get live. Now they take away SNAP benefits. Maybe the aliens gonna come in and try to save the day and try to help out a little bit."
No, the government gotta make a story.
Hey, but what does the alien look like? Like that, I want to ask you that question right now. In your mind, you think about the 3-eye atlas. We're talking about the thing coming across. It was a comet, then it was a ship, then it was aliens flying it. Like, what does it look like to you? Big ass head, big eyes? I mean,
all you can go by is like what you see in Hollywood.
These pictures.
You can't really go by nothing else.
They're saying aliens walking around the streets, though. Like I'm saying, they're saying aliens walking around on normal streets that we don't really know. They're blending in. Yeah. I don't know if I believe in that.
Yeah, like the reptiles.
Yeah, some of that. I've seen some of that. I've seen some of that.
Yeah,
I've seen some of that. We're going to take a look right now. I got a lot of videos. People are coming to the chat right now for the first time. We got to take a look at what people are saying. Let's take a look.
Right now, something is happening in our solar system that's sending scientists scrambling for explanations. The interstellar object NASA's been tracking, 3-eye atlas, is roughly the size of Manhattan and has been displaying several unusual movements and features which kind of defy typical behavior of comets. It's even catching the attention of some military analysts. So what does this mean for all of us here on Earth? And what can this mysterious object tell us about what's outside our own solar system? Let's ask physics professor at the City College of New York, and he's a New York Times best-selling author of Quantum Supremacy, Michio Kaku. So this mystery object has been added to the International Asteroid Warning Network. That's the first interstellar object ever to make that list. So I got to ask you, what the heck is 3-eye atlas, and why the clouds of mystery around it? NASA's like tight-lipped.
Well, there's a split in the astronomical community. The majority faction says, what's all the fuss about? I mean, it's just a rock from outer space, and it's going to come through our solar system for the first time and then come whizzing back out again. It's the third known object from outside our solar system, so what's the fuss? Another faction, however, says, now, wait a minute. Perhaps this is a visitor, an intelligent visitor from another solar system, and perhaps this week we could have a test of it. That's right. This week, it turns out that the asteroid or comet will be whizzing around our sun, and if it picks up extra energy on its flyby, that would clinch it. That means there's extraterrestrial intelligence involved. So watch for it. On October 30th, starting then, we're going to track it to see whether it gets an extra boost of energy. If so, it means we are being visited.
Oh, so, okay, if it's not a giant rock, and it could be a sign of life out there, something's got to be steering it, right?
That's right. And as it goes around the sun, there's something called the Oberth effect. The Oberth effect says that if you were to whip around the sun, you would pick up extra energy in the process. So we're going to watch for it. The energy in must equal the energy out, according to the ordinary theory. But if that's not true, if there's more energy going out than in, it means that there's energy boost coming from whipping around the sun, and that requires intelligence. And so that's one acid test that we can make. Watch for it. Starting this week, we're going to begin to monitor and see whether or not it picks up extra energy.
I don't know how you feel about it, V. Well, I'm talking about something the size of Manhattan flying out in the solar system. Rocks, spaceships, aliens, call whatever you want. At the end of the day, they're tracking this shit for years. This is the first time in history this shit is this big. Manhattan. We say that. We say that like Manhattan in the air, but let's be honest. Manhattan, huge. If that were to run into Earth, I mean, we got some complications. When you say, hey, look, shit's moving around there. If they're steering it, be a little freaked out.
I mean, but what do they breathe? Because like oxygen, they don't have oxygen up there. So we have oxygen. Like, can they even breathe oxygen? Can they come down here?
Hey, you know my wife's out there chasing it every day. She can tell you a lot what's going on out there. I'll be honest, I can't tell you much.
She can't tell me if they can breathe oxygen.
She can. Listen, the aliens are out there. Something's out there. And I got the videos of Trump saying it too, but I want to show you some clips right now with Joe Rogan and everything. Let's take a look at this.
You think that we have aliens coming, flying around or whatever.
What do you think?
There's no reason not to. I mean, there's no reason not to think that Mars and all these planets don't have life. Well, maybe it's life that we don't know, but
maybe there was life there at one point in time. This is a speculation about Mars, that Mars had an atmosphere at one point in time, a long time ago, that could support life. It also had large bodies of water.
So we've been going for years. Since you were in school, the planets out there, Pluto was a planet when you were in school, right?
Yeah.
What were the planets, V? Come on. You got planets?
Yeah, I know.
Let me hear them. You've been a long time. All right, go ahead.
Mars, Venus, Uranus, Earth.
You forgot the first one. The first planet. What did you just say?
Oh, I skipped straight to Mars, right?
Yeah.
I was probably going to get to it. I wasn't going in order. I was just naming them.
Wait, which one did you say you skipped?
Mars is the third.
Nah, it's not.
The third closest to the sun, right?
Okay, but let's just name the planets though. You got the planets? You don't got the planets?
I was just doing it.
All right, go ahead. Mars,
Mars, Uranus, Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Earth.
You forgot one from the beginning. That's what I'm saying.
Let me get to it.
Oh,
I wasn't going in chronological order. I was just going.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know the order. I forget. That was a long time ago.
But you forgot the first one.
Yeah.
The closest one.
What is it?
Mercury.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I probably was going to miss that one.
Yeah, you were. I know you were going to miss it.
Yeah.
And you were also, and you were going to name Pluto because we learned that in school that Pluto is real. And Pluto is a planet. And nowadays, there's no more, that's gone. They say Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. And they stop.
You just read the chat. That's how you knew Neptune.
Where? No,
I forgot about Neptune too. Like I really forgot about.
Come on now, Von.
Yo,
I got Von in the building. Von said, "Okay." Von started off. He said, "All right, Mars." Yeah. Then he said Uranus. You didn't even use like how I learned it was. I literally would go in order of how it went to remember them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, all the way out to Pluto. You
still got kids in school too, so you be brushing up on this.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. But they didn't really get to that yet. I'll be honest. They didn't really get to that yet.
To it a little bit.
All I know is Brandon comes on.
And you be watching with your babies. You be watching
little videos.
All them songs on the TV. Yeah, I'll be seeing it.
All right, let's take a look at this right now because shit is still getting crazy. Take a look at this one.
Here's a 3-Eye Atlas update. To get to the point, no, it's still not aliens and you can't see it, but there are still some really cool things about it. Tomorrow, October 30th, it'll make its closest approach to the sun, about 125 million miles away from it, but this is important. As sunlight heats it up, the coma grows, ices sublimate, tails form more intensely. Basically, we'll get a better understanding of its chemical composition, which has already been a crazy cool surprise because this comet has shown more amounts of nickel and carbon dioxide than comets within our own solar system. What does that mean? Well, that wherever it was born in our galaxy was just different. Another fun find is the fact that it has an anti-tail. By the way, this isn't the comet, it's just an example. Common sense would tell you that when a comet goes near the sun, solar radiation would be pushing all the shit away from the sun. But an anti-tail goes towards the sun. Why? In the case of this comet, which has been observed before with other comets, it's due to large dust grains. As in, larger shit would just take longer to reverse direction due to solar wind. Okay, so it is currently hiding behind the sun, so we can't see it, but there are a number of spacecraft that can. And as it makes a way around the sun, it'll come closest to Earth around December 19th, but no matter what, you would need a telescope to see it. And then next year, it'll peace out of our solar system, guys. There's absolutely no indication that this is alien or poses any kind of threat to Earth, but that doesn't mean it's not cool as fuck. It's an interstellar visitor.
So she's saying, so here's the thing. You get people like her saying, absolutely comet, nothing going on. Yeah. Then you get people on there saying, hey, that's happening, and then they talk about the shit that's out there every single day. So we're talking about the shit that's flying around. There's a lot of motion out there. Look, until my wife gets out there every single day on the golf cart.
Yeah,
like this, that.
I've seen her videos. I've seen her proof.
Yeah. So how you feel when you see it? You're like, hey, no, it's still ain't nothing. Or...
No. She got real evidence.
You got
Yeah, I've seen it.
He's about to have my wife out there with 4 more cameras in it. Hey, here's the problem. We can't, here's my opinion. I got an argument with her. I said, you can't see anything. There's no detail. I think you agree with me. There's no damn detail of shit unless you really use technology.
Yeah.
This thing is, how far did you say it was away? The damn, the 3-Eye Atlas?
I think it's like 25 million miles away or something.
Okay. So.
I mean, they said it's close to the sun right now.
Yeah.
The sun is far.
Hey,
sun
you look like
close.
You look like you're close to the sun right now. I gotta fix that still, but you look pretty damn close to the sun sitting there right now in the seat looking crazy.
She's in there. She says she has detail. Her detail looks like a security camera. You know, it's always grainy.
Yeah, you can't really tell when you're
Can't
looking.
tell what's going on.
She's like, see right there. Here it comes right now. I'm like, I didn't see shit yet.
Yeah.
What's going on?
But something is interesting going on in her phone.
She sees it. It might be her phone.
You can't really tell like what's really going on.
She told me she could see that on the top is a globe, like a little thing like this, and the bottom is a little another thing on the bottom where it looks like it's just flying around like the Jetsons.
And then she showed me the what is it called? The beam coming down.
Yeah. When she told me the beam was hitting the ground, she's like, look right there, right now. I'm like this. I got my glasses on, I'm like this. Oh, I'm seeing it, but I can't really tell. Is it the phone? Yeah. If I take a picture of you right now, boom, a lot of beams happening right now. Yeah. I mean, it's really hard to get that type. Let's take a look at this because people are really diving into it, though. Let's take a look at this.
It's only the 3rd time we've ever seen an interstellar object. And interstellar doesn't just mean Matthew McConaughey. It means something not from our solar system. It's interstellar. It's between suns.
It started with a flicker on a telescope feed, then another and another. Within days, astronomers around the world realized the unthinkable. 4 separate objects, all inbound, all on trajectories that cross Earth's orbital path within weeks of each other. Their identities are still being confirmed, their origins unknown. But what's certain is this: they are closing in fast from different corners of the sky, and every one of them is visible now to the telescopes watching. The sudden convergence. At first, it looked like a data overlap, 4 faint trails crossing the same region of the night sky. The initial reports came from separate observatories, one in Chile, one in Arizona, one in Namibia, and another from the Mount Lemmon survey in southern Arizona. Each team thought they had discovered a new comet or asteroid, but when the data was merged, a pattern emerged that shouldn't have existed. 4 distinct bodies, each moving on its own path, were all converging toward the inner solar system at the same time. Their trajectories weren't parallel, they were spiraling inward from different angles, as if drawn by a shared gravitational corridor. NASA's Minor Planet Center flagged the anomaly immediately. Within hours, international alerts went out to verify the coordinates. Infrared tracking confirmed the objects were real and they were active. 2 displayed growing tails, faint but visible even through mid-sized telescopes. The third was unusually bright, outshining predictions by almost 3 magnitudes. The fourth showed no glow at all, a dark, fast object reflecting almost no sunlight, moving silently through the void. The realization struck quickly. This wasn't a coincidence. Comets and asteroids rarely cluster so tightly in timing and orbital entry. Statistical models placed the odds at less than 1 in 50 million. Yet there they were, 4 bodies, all on inbound trajectories toward Earth's orbital region. As the observatories confirmed the data, media outlets began to pick up fragments of the story, whispers of multiple inbound visitors, and a rare cosmic alignment. But within the scientific community, the tone wasn't excitement. It was caution, because 3 of these objects had already been catalogued, and 1 hadn't. The first was familiar, the second newly awakened, the third faint and green, and the fourth, the one that wasn't supposed to exist, had no cometary tail at all. Something dark was coming with them, the Green Wanderer. The first object to be identified was small, fast, and strikingly luminous. A comet that, when its faint signature was enhanced through spectral analysis, glowed in a deep emerald hue. Its official designation was C2025P1, but among astronomers, it quickly earned a simpler name, the Green Wanderer. Spectral readings revealed the cause of its color, diatomic carbon, a molecule that emits green light when excited by ultraviolet radiation from the sun. The phenomenon itself wasn't rare, but what unsettled researchers was the comet's intensity. The emission was far stronger than expected.
You're watching live in the building right now. Are the freaking aliens real or are they not real? V, here's a question. I got some things popping on my screen I got to take care of. So let me get you another to the video real quick.
3i Atlas is moving in a very strange way. It's holding such a steady course that it almost seems intentional, as if it's being guided through our solar system. And there's probably some natural explanation for this, but usually comets don't move like this. But that's not the only strange thing about 3i Atlas. Everything about this thing is just weird. The way it's moving and swerving, the way it looks like it's a spaceship with proper engines. But let's just say that if 3i Atlas is a spaceship that is being steered through our solar system, then not only can it hold its course, it also could change its course whenever it wants to. Right now, we are expecting 3i Atlas to be on the other side of the sun as it passes through our inner solar system. We won't have an opportunity to see it, unless somehow it's able to slow itself down as it passes by the sun, and we find it waiting for us on the other side. In case 3 Atlas is a spaceship, are they trying to...
You know, Democrats came in the chat feed, some of them are going to say, hey, this is just to get people's mind off the Epstein list. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's what people are gonna say. They can be like, hey, by the way, we know that shit's not real, but we just know that they wanted to try to get their mind off the Epstein list. You know, that's gonna be coming next in the chat right now, because that's part of
I said something similar earlier though. I said,
what you say?
No, I said they're trying to distract people from the government shutdown.
Yeah, government's gonna shut down regardless. And it's been shut down. Yeah, government's gonna do its thing. They're in a panic right now. Here's what I want to say. I got these videos I'm pulling up today. This is why this is interesting. Shout out to the 200 people in the chat, 300 people in the chat. Keep coming into the building right now. Smack the damn like button. Hold on, I meant to say this right now. If you're in the building right now, if we get to 100 likes in the next 30 seconds, $100 goes out to a lucky person in the chat right now. Smack the like button, subscribe right now. Here's what I want to get into, V. We're having this conversation. Me said, man, I'm going to talk about the government today. I'm going to get into the nitty gritty of this shit that's going on. And I said, look, here's the thing. If these aliens actually arrive, and they said they're coming out of the water. I mean, you said by oxygen, aliens, how do they breathe, right? But you're thinking how we are. No, they're not thinking how they are.
No, that's what I was thinking. I was saying if they're up, if they're where there's no oxygen, I'm saying how do they breathe?
Right.
Oh, okay. So you're saying
they don't need
to breathe.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Like, we on Earth are like, we were built in a way. That's why, look, if people in the chat right now, you don't believe in God, we were built in some kind of way that's like, I mean, we're built like machines out here. Right? If you don't believe in God, then we evolved from whatever, collisions of things, and then you get to how did those things get here, and then you keep going on. How'd that get there, and it gets really confusing, right?
Yeah,
so
don't make any sense.
Yeah, it gets a little crazy, right? Yeah. But something had to start somewhere, right? Like we didn't just, that's the thing about it that gets really, when you start going back in time, V, how did we get here? How did they get here? How did they get there? How did God get there? It gets really confusing to keep on going, right? I think there's a piece of this that we really just don't understand. Like we got, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like outside of our capability, outside of what the government says, we can only go back as far as your dad, your grandfather, your great-grandfather. You keep going all the way to God, and you go, well, then if God created everything, who created God? Right? Like it's really weird. It's like a video game at that point, right? Like we are just all here and don't know how the hell we got here. So when you talk about aliens, alien is just, do you know what the real definition, like, do you have a definition in your mind what an alien actually is? Are you just like, an alien is just something that we just don't know what it is? What'd you say?
I think it's something foreign. Yeah, I think it's like a foreign.
Anything.
Not an object, but like a foreign.
Living species.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, I'm answering for you, but.
Yeah, that's what it is?
I don't know. My own opinion.
I could just look it up.
They call people that come here from Mexico aliens.
That's what I'm saying. So that's why I was putting foreign in it. Because it's
anything that comes here.
Yeah.
Hey, now we're starting to get.
That's not.
Send ice out there. That's what they're doing with aliens. They're gonna send ice out there when they arrive. Hey, ice is coming. Ice has got to take them out. Like literally, not from here. Ice is coming. We try to take them out.
Oh, see, look. If you're not belonging to a foreign country or nation or a foreigner, basically, foreign.
If you're foreign, if you're
not native to that area.
If you are something and we don't know what it is, that's the first thing. To me, when I think alien, I don't think Mexico. I don't think international person. I don't think an illegal immigrant. I think of people that look not like people anymore. Like the little people with the heads and walk around and then. So the thing about it is I have video and I have people that are farmers out there saying that literally in the middle of the night, a bunch of animals will be dead and a lot of their organs are missing. And they're on TV talking about it, not just like some random post.
Yeah, you told me about this, but I need to see a video.
You want to see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to play. All right, so here's the thing.
Oh, you got it right now?
I'm trying to see if it's loaded right now. But here's the thing. If this is actually happening and in the middle of the night, animals are going missing, or they're cut open, organs all gone, no blood, stitched up, gone. Surgeon, perfect. I'm not talking one cow. I'm talking 50 of them at once. You wake up in the middle of the night and go, what the hell's going on? And you show up. What would you do at that point? You're like, you go to the police, they're going to think you are absolutely crazy, right? Yeah. Like, how would you, imagine you show, we're making them SOAR videos yesterday. Imagine you show up at the police station and you're telling them you just saw an alien. What does it look like to you? Hey, what are you going to say? I saw a person. I saw a thing. Like, how do you explain? People are being abducted and coming back and going, yo, I was abducted by an alien and they took me up into this thing and then they brought me back down here. What? Like, what do you say to someone that tells you that? You believe them now, or are you like, this person's crazy?
I mean, I wouldn't not believe them from the beginning, unless like they
you would believe from the beginning.
Yeah, unless they give me a reason not to believe them.
Nah, I don't believe that. I think you're not going to believe that.
No, I would.
You're going to believe that. So someone comes to you, fine. Yes, that was crazy. I went up, B. They came down. I'm just giving an example. Yeah. One of your friends called you that you know too. B, crazy last night.
Exactly. If I know them, then I'm going to know. I'm going to say, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Somebody that, like, I'm like, come on.
Yeah. You're going to be like, you're making shit up.
Yeah.
But if someone comes to you and you know them, you trust them. Shout out to 300 people in the building right now.
Make some noise!
You trust them wholeheartedly and you go, he goes, hey, I got a crazy night last night. You're thinking in your mind, oh, must have went out, probably chasing the clubs, getting girls, have fun, whatever he's doing as a bachelor. That's what you're thinking in your mind. Crazy night last night, went out, party, right? Okay. And then he breaks down and goes, hey, ship cruised over my crib, brought me up. It was crazy in there. Saw a bunch of shit going on, came back down. Now I'm back home. It was crazy. Craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. What are you going to say?
I'll believe
Show
him.
me something.
I'll believe him.
You're going to believe that?
You could even be like astral projecting. You could be like, people be having outer body experiences and everything.
Yeah,
like,
but
you don't know.
I'll give you the outer body experience.
You don't know what's somebody.
In the chat right now, who in here believes, if you believe in aliens, put yes in the chat right now. If you don't believe in aliens, put no in the chat right now. V, here's the thing. We talk about this, and it sounds like, yeah, until someone hits you with that. And when they do that on the news, every time I see them talking to the reporter, they brought me up there, I was abducted and it was crazy. And I saw people in there and this and that. The personality can really make or break how I'm believing at that point, right? Now, if they take a video and they're standing in the middle of a field, I see them out there in the fields, like with the camera crew, the wind's blowing, it was crazy. Listen, they're more believable to me because they're out there for no reason talking about this. If someone's in New York City or someone's in Miami, Florida, and they I was out last night and the aliens came down, I'm not really believing that. It's the ones out in the fields I'm believing.
So if I just told you last night something like that happened, I called you, I'm panicking. And I told you wouldn't believe me?
If you call me in full panic mode, yo, it's crazy last night, man. Wow. Yeah. No, you couldn't call me next morning. You got to call me now. If you call me, if the shit happened to you last night and you was up in the spacecraft and then you call me next morning, I'm not believing none of that shit. If you tell me, But I'm saying, if any of my friends call me the next day, you got to touch ground. As soon as you touch ground, yo, just got back. Just landed. Back on the beach. Shit was crazy. 2 seconds ago, I was 700,000 feet in the air and they were... If you don't tell me that immediately and you just come to me, hey, listen, last night was crazy. Went to bed. Just got to have my coffee. Last night was off the chains. That story is going to go south immediately unless you got some shit to tell me.
You might not got any energy to talk to somebody out there.
Nah, aliens are going bananas out there. I don't know about that one. Let's take a look at some of these clips. Take a look at this one. This guy's going off on Atlas.
Well, it's happened. 3i Atlas is behind the sun. Everyone's waiting for pictures to see what's happening. If you don't already know what's been going on, right before it went back behind the sun, it started showing signs that it was slowing down. Okay, there are some strange anomalies. I'm still kind of leaning towards that this whole thing is a distraction and more of like a psyop. But if there is truth to this, it looks like a comet. Now, again, the universe works in orbits, meaning that things that have spun around certain stars, they always spin around there. They spin around there for a long time. We have an object that was spinning on some other orbit, and now it's just randomly, for the first time, coming into ours. That's incredible. The other thing that's happening that's starting to make me think that it's not a psyop, if scientists collectively are telling us the truth, then this interstellar object, 3i Atlas, slowed down as it got back behind the sun. And we're thinking that something is being hidden from us. If you have an interstellar object the size of Manhattan coming through our solar system, the only way to really pump the brakes would be to use the sun's gravity to lock into an orbit, such as the Earth. 3i Atlas is an ongoing, evolving thing that's happening. Either it's an evolving psyop or it's an evolving interstellar object story. The other thing is we thought it was one giant thing the size of Manhattan. There's footage that has come out by NASA and sanctioned by the ESA showing that it's multiple items. It's multiple objects floating through space, like a fleet, which is what Jeremy Corbell said. One bright spot to all of this, other than 3i Atlas itself, is the fact that this isn't going to evolve ad nauseum. Whatever's happening is happening right now. It's in periphelion, right behind the sun. We can't see it, but whatever if this is an intelligently sent object, we're about to find out what's going to happen. We don't have to wait.
The speed that the speed is going. Traveling at the speed of 120, 130,000 miles per hour. I know people want to call into the show right now. Yeah. VMixCall.com. VMixCall.com. If you've been abducted by an alien, you got something to say.
But you got to put the the password.
Yeah, I'm going to do it right now.
He said he'd been abducted.
If you've been abducted and you want to call into the show right now, okay, we are getting ready to drop in the call right now, so you guys can call into the building right now for the open call manager. I'm getting ready to send the password into the chat right now. If people are in the building right now, here we go. V, type it in the chat. Ready? Type it in the chat for him real quick.
I got him.
V, type it in the chat. Ready? Type it in the chat right now. The password's going out there right now for you to call into the show. We got people want to call and give us their stories. VMixCall.com. Right now, vmixcall.com. The password is getting ready to put into the screen right now so you guys can call into the show. vmixcall.com. There it is right now. Call into the show and let us know how you're feeling. We know Field of Steel will call in and give his opinion. Here it goes. Here is the password coming in right now to the building right now. And here's the thing about it. people that are watching live, get ready to call into the show, and we'll toggle you in just 1 second. While we're doing that, I got another clip for you right now. The link and the password, vmixcall.com.
It's in there. Go do the vmix.com and then
call into the show.
Yeah, I'll put the password in there.
Right after this video, we can call you in.
Everyone, this is very big news. If you have not seen the latest photos of Atlas 3I, here they are. This is a major update because scientists have now seen Atlas 3I shooting a jet stream into the sun. They have been tracking this thing with deep space telescopes, and the behavior gets stranger and stranger. They're saying that it's a 40% probability that this thing may be not natural, that it could be made by intelligent life. And people keep asking me for photos. Here they are. Here are the new photos. This thing is acting strange, not like a regular comet. So for the people that say this is no big deal, then why are all the space agencies at China, NASA, Harvard saying that this is a very big deal and that they're putting out warnings about interplanetary defense? This is huge.
Our military wants to know what to do, V. Our military right now is confused because we shot this damn thing. We shot this damn thing with all we had. Literally shot it. And they use tracking different devices and the best military shot they can. And it smacked one of those things. Pop, and it split in two. And then it just flew away. People were like, oh shit, what was that?
I mean, if this thing is flying so close to the sun like that, what do you think we got to damage
I'm
it?
saying this shit is near the sun. We can't go nowhere. Yeah. We can't even go close.
Yo,
people are talking about getting hot. We got forest fires, V.
Yeah.
Already. If we get closer to the sun, we're done. We're doomsday. This thing is just flying around the sun crazy, and they're saying it's being steered. I don't think the government's going to bring all this. Now, someone said it's a distraction.
Don't even go outside past 85.
People, yeah, people in the chat right now. Who is in the building? Kabu Joe in the building. I say that right? Kabu Joe in the Cup of Joe in the building. I like your stream. I hope you listen to my favorite song and album, Cracker Island by Band Gorillas. It's the best in the universe. In the building, we appreciate the super chat.
Make some noise!
In the building, we greatly appreciate. If you're watching live for the first time right now in the chat, put first time and subscribers that have been here before. Welcome them. Say welcome, first timers. Having a conversation on today's show, diving into it, and live callers right now. The password is out there. You can call into the show. We got someone live in the chat right now that's ready to merge into the building and have a conversation with us right now. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Holy cow, I'm actually on. Right on.
You are on the show right now, buddy. Where are you based at?
Lexington, Kentucky.
Lexington, Kentucky. Okay. So give us your story. What happened? You were abducted by aliens. I want to hear this story and let people know. We don't know you from Adam. So tell us the real deal. Break it down for us because people really want to know how you're feeling and what happened.
So I'm not lying by any means. I have no reason to lie. This is just, it's what happened. So I live in Lexington, Kentucky, and my father and my two brothers and I, we go out to Mammoth Lakes, California, which is up in the high Sierras, and we go fly fishing, right? Just like in the summertime. It's just something that we do. It's like a vacation. And it's a very remote area. We're in this town of June Lake, and there's maybe 100 people that live in this town, maybe 200 tops. I don't even think 200 people. So my dad has one of those driving camper RV type things, and we're in this RV spot where you park, and there is one on this street in June Lake, right in front of the lake. There is a restaurant or a bar. It's called Tiger Bar. It's a small little place. It's just a nice place. My brother and I went there at around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, right before they were closing, or stopped serving food, I should say, just to grab some food. That's it, and then walk back to the camper. I didn't have any drugs or alcohol or anything like that. Excuse me. My brother left. He finished his meal and says, I'm just going to walk back. And I said, okay, no problem. I said, I'm going to go play a game of pool. I see some guys over here that are playing pool. And my brother said, okay. So I went and played pool with these guys, and there are 3 guys. And they are all about my height, maybe a little bit taller than me, and they all had long blonde hair. And I'm only telling you this because I realized this after the fact. But anyhow, they all had like long blonde hair, and they didn't understand when I put a quarter on the table that kind of means like you got the next game, right? Like they were all kind of like dumbfounded by that. I was like, whatever, that's weird, okay.
These are
And I
people
asked them
that you know, or these are people that you just see for the first time?
I just seen for the first time. They were just there playing pool, kind of quiet, and I didn't even know they were in the building. All of a sudden, I see them over there playing pool. When I talked to them, they kind of didn't dodge questions, but they didn't give any extra information, any questions that I asked them. And I remember at the time, like I thought that was a teeny bit odd, but I didn't think anything of it. And then at that point, that's all I remember. So the next morning at about 6:30 in the morning, I wake up about a mile away in the bottom of this like $1 million chalet, like house type thing. And I wake up, I'm at the bottom of this floor level, and I wake up and all the clothes that I had on me were twisted like you wouldn't believe. Like my jeans, like my belt buckle was, the front of my belt buckle was nearly past the side, almost to my butt. My socks were all twisted, all in the same way, everything, my shirt. And I woke up in this really weird, like almost like a chalk outline that you would do like a dead body, like position. And I woke up in absolute panic. And the first thing I did was when I noticed my shirt and clothes were all twisted, like really bad. But then I immediately put my hand on my crotch and my butt to see if I've been raped or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. You
And
wake up, you're in the middle of nowhere, like, whoa, why am I out here?
Sound like a
I
roofing
understand that so
situation.
far.
Yeah.
So there wasn't anything. And so I run, I'm in straight, just absolute panic. I run all the way back to like the camper, and it's 7 a.m. when I get back or whatever. And my dad and my little brother are just furious with me because they think that I went and hooked up with some girl and cheated on my wife, and which was not the case. So I get back home to Lexington, Kentucky, and 2 years goes by, and I hire this lady who does past life regression type stuff, like hypnosis. And I paid this out of my pocket. I remember giving her cash. It was $240, and she's like a real deal hypnotist. She's not some kook. She's like a real psychologist. I don't know what you call them, like a real person that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I asked her if I could record this session, and she was very hesitant a little bit about that, but she did let me.
Where was
I'm
this lady
shaking
base that you hired? She was in your state?
Yeah, she was in Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah. And boy, I look horrible. I haven't even taken a shower yet.
Bro,
I'm
don't even
sorry.
worry about it. You're on the stream, bro. You're looking great.
So what I can tell you is I don't have any memory of this. I just have what I say in the past life regression or the hypnosis. And I remember sitting in her chair, this comfortable chair, and it took about an hour for me to really become hypnotized. And the whole thing is being recorded. But I remember all of a sudden sitting in that chair and just feeling out of nowhere, just like real weightlessness, like just like I was floating. It was really weird. And I don't have any memory after that for what I said. But what I can tell you is what I said on the recording. And what I say on the recording is that I'm inside of a large room, very large room, and there's these kind of like dome-like windows that I can only see half the room. The other half is dark and I can't see it. I'm only able to see the right side where I'm looking at. And these windows are kind of like a McDonald's arch, and they've got a windowsill where I can put my right butt cheek kind of like sit on it, if that makes sense, just kind of leaning against it. And just remember, I don't have any memory of this. I'm just going by what I say in this recording. So that's okay.
So what you're telling us is what you got hypnotized, and this is what your mind actually brought out and said, look, something happened to me that was bad, and now it's coming to me, and now I'm going to explain to everybody what happened, and this is the recording you got from this lady after you got up.
Yeah. And what I say is, I kept saying that there's an overwhelming feeling of love and I'm safe and empathy. And I say this like, I don't know, like probably 8 or 9 times throughout the 40 minutes, 30 minutes I'm hypnotized while she's asking questions. And she's not asking like leading questions either. So I say that, there's just love. I feel this feeling of love and overwhelming, just good feeling that I'm safe and it's okay. But then I say, I know why I'm here. And I describe that I see a tall blonde guy in the far end of this room, just kind of come out of a door, or I don't know, just he's over there at the far end. And this child that looks to be about I don't know, anywhere from like 5 to 8 years old, somewhere in there. I don't know. I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. But this child walks up to me, and I continue to say in the recording that I know what I'm supposed to do. I know why I'm here, and I'm supposed to show this child love. And so the kid walks up to me and turns around, and everything I'm telling you, remember, it's just me repeating what I say in my recording.
From when you were hypnotized.
Yeah. So a child walks up to me, and it turns around, so it puts its back to my chest, and I just hold it and hug it for a few minutes and just kind of show it love, if that makes sense. And then at some point I just know to let go, and the child walks back, and then the tall guy, and I'm talking to this person, but not like talking, but more just through like your head, telecommunic, whatever you call it. And he asks me, "Do you want to see outside?" And I say, "Okay, yes." And so I look out this dome-like window that I'm able to like kind of put my butt cheek against, like just kind of sit on the ledge. And I'm looking out, and I do describe space, that I see stars, but I see over in the distance what I describe as 1930s or 1940s or 50s Christmas ornaments that are kind of like teardrop type things that would kind of come down and come to a point, like a old Christmas ornament, like real old, right? And they're lit up, like I could tell that it was a city of some sort or a town, that people live there. And I say in the recording that people live there. I have a connection to this place. I know people there. I've been here before. I don't know. And then that's basically it. So then I wake up, and that's the recording. So
did you record this to anybody? So my question is to you, and I think given the story, I appreciate it. A lot of people said that they were abducted. So what you're relating to this is that you're at this location, you see these guys with this long blonde hair, all of a sudden they're not really communicating that well. You wake up somewhere else, and then you're like, that was weird. You tell the story on a recording to this location, and you're hypnotized. You get the recording, and they give it back to you and say, hey, you told us a lot about the situation, but
sort of. Here's the kicker. Here's something that I forgot to tell you. So my father and my brother and the bartender and a cook from this restaurant apparently went up and down the one block. It's actually 2 blocks in this town. It's like very, very small, screaming my name for about an hour and a half, looking for me. And they couldn't find me.
Wait, say this again. So this happened when this actually happened?
Yeah. So that middle of the night, my dad and my brother and the bartender and the cook that worked there, apparently they were going up and down the 2 blocks in this town, screaming my name, trying to find where I was, because I never came back. So this is hard to say. When I got home that night, back to Lexington, Kentucky, I didn't even shower. So I had to grab a flight. So we had to drive to Reno and grab a flight home. So I didn't even have time to shower. I just had a hat on and some clothes. I get home in Lexington, and it's like 11:30 at night. I'm at my house, and I take a shower. And you know your body, right? You know what your body looks like. You know your moles and all that. Well, so I have, and I still have to this day. I don't. It's hard to show, but I could show you. But I don't know if I want to on the TV.
Yeah.
I have a ring that's underneath on my chest. I don't feel comfortable showing it to you.
Yeah.
But it's about this big, and there are about 10 or 12 little dots in the center, and then that form like a ring, like a circle, and then there's some more dots in the center of it. So it's like a circle with like something in the center, right? And to this day, I can see it right now. I mean, it's right there.
And it's got no pain? You just got this mark on you after this incident, no pain?
No pain. No pain at all. And when I pull it apart, when I stretch it, if you will, the center part of the circle, I'm not joking, it forms like some type of like star. It's odd. That part is pretty much gone away now. I can't see the star, but I still see the center dot. And that's my story, man. I mean, that's it.
So what would you tell people? Because I'll tell you this, on our live stream, we talk about a lot of things on the show. What would you tell people like that are watching right now, like you believe that you were. I believe what? What do you believe actually happened to you? Were you abducted? I was abducted. What do you tell people that talk about
Is
that?
it aliens or is it? I mean,
I think so. The tall
is it
blonde
aliens
people
or is
apparently.
it like a demon or like what do you think it was?
No,
Because
I think.
how do you
So
assume it's aliens?
I've done a lot of research into what into the UFO topic, and I found out that there is a group of pretty well known and a race of aliens called the Palladians, or I think it's the Palladians, and they all have long blonde hair, and it's like real light white blondish hair, and that's what these three guys had. All of them were straight long white blondish hair. Oh, and I forgot to mention this. When I was playing pool with them, I asked them, "Where are you guys staying at?" And they said, "We've got a camper and we're staying down at the lake, right by the water on the lake." And I remember thinking, playing pool, that is so strange because nobody ever would do that. But I didn't think anything of it at the time because I didn't think, to wake up 10 hours or 6 hours later, and not know where I am. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's crazy. So what do you tell everyone that around you now, does anybody think that you're absolutely crazy? Like, I mean, I'll tell you this, I believe a lot more today of shit that's happening. Do people think you're crazy? They go, I think he's telling the truth.
I don't really tell a whole lot of people because I'm going really out of the box right now talking to you guys and telling you this. I do think something happened. I have this on my body that's to mark that was never there before. So
Did it kind of?
I know that.
Did it kind of change you? Because I don't know.
No.
Like you kind of seem a little jumpy. Like they give you like kind of like PTSD or something.
No, not really. No.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a normal guy. I've got 2 kids, mortgage, been married 18 years. I sell baseball cards for a living. I'm not a kook. I have nothing to gain from this. I wouldn't make any of this up and I wouldn't spend all that money. I mean, $240 is a lot of money to me at the time. This was 5 years, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. That's a lot of money for me just to shell out and not tell my wife that I'm spending the money on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. And I've listened to my recording a couple times, like 2 or 3 times, like from beginning to end. And it's crazy being able to hear me say all this and not know that I said it. And I've looked into being hypnotized, and they say that when people are hypnotized, you can, tell a lie or you can alter what's being said, but like something like 90% or 95% of what you're saying is actually what you believe to be true or what your body or what your mind think actually happened to you. So, or supposedly what happened to you. I don't think I was lying. I wouldn't make some story like this up. I'm not that kind of, I wouldn't do that, man. I mean, I'm like you, dude. I'm like, I get up and I shower, I go to work, that kind of stuff, man. Like,
yeah, I gotta tell you, I appreciate you calling. A lot of people would say something. I appreciate you calling. Was this the first time you watching our show?
Yeah, it is.
I greatly appreciate you. And what was your name again?
Tom Blake.
Tom Blake, we greatly appreciate having you on. Definitely stay tuned to our show. We cover sports and entertainment. We cover a lot of things on here, but we greatly appreciate you covering and coming on and telling your story because a lot of people, they might say this happened, they might say that happened, but it's great to hear someone that had a real story. We greatly appreciate you giving it to us.
Cool, man. Thanks, guys.
All right, Tom.
Definitely join our show. Stay a part of our show. Subscribe, follow us. We love having you on. Thanks for joining. Here's the crazy part, V. A lot of people would hear his story, right? And then they'd say, oh, you know what? He seems shaken up telling the story.
That's what I said.
He didn't tell the story. He didn't tell the story like someone that's making it up. Like he told the story.
And it wasn't like outlandish. It was kind of like just real simple.
Yeah, he didn't say, hey, they picked me up in a Lamborghini and flew. He was like, I got this ring and I don't know how I feel about it. It's different because, and I appreciate everybody's story. The hard part is when you have people telling these stories and kind of giving us bits and pieces like this, a lot of them that I feel that this has happened to, they really talk like that. Like they can't really remember a lot of things, right? If they remember everything's so clear. So that it's like those are the people that were traveling in time and you like out of body experiences, all kind of thing.
Yeah.
He kind of was breaking it down to where he kind of feels like he was violated some kind of way.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, you would think you were. You
waking
wake up and your pants is down and you don't remember
and you check
anything.
your private areas. You're like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Right? I got more clips here I want to show you guys. You're watching live in the building right now. Smack the like button, subscribe right now. You'll see this tick up right here.
Make some noise!
Dr. Loeb, do we have the pictures? Here we are almost a week later. Have you seen them?
So in fact, the only information we get is from the Europeans. There is the European Space Agency that released some data which is inferior to the NASA data, and they are saying that indeed the high-rise camera captured an image of good data on October 2nd. However, the principal investigator of that camera said that he cannot communicate the information to the public because of the government shutdown. Now, that of course raises some concerns that maybe they know something and do not want to let us know about it. And my interpretation is that it's probably not flagging extraterrestrial intelligence. It most likely is the result of terrestrial stupidity.
You think, I don't buy the shutdown excuse. That to me is really suspicious 8 days later that NASA hasn't released these photos.
See, everything is back to it goes back to like being a distraction.
We forgot,
I don't like that.
We forgot to ask him too, like what do he think they did to him? Like, why did they mark him? Are they coming back?
Well, I kind of did. I kind of said, hey, well, what would you tell people that what happened to you? Because I was like, what would you tell people that and you say, hey, this happened? What happened? Like, did you get taken up there? He's like, the only thing he remembers, he was sitting kind of up to the glass, one butt cheek on the thing, right? So like, and I kind of get how he was explaining it. Kind of makes sense to me. Like, you got one butt cheek on and leaning up against the window. Like, to kind of remember, that's kind of you wouldn't really say that to make it up. Maybe kind of one butt cheek on the side of the thing against the glass. Like, these are things that people are remembering that are very vague, also, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I love these stories because everyone has something that different happened to them from one way or another, whatever. But the point is, when I listen to his particular story and how rattled he is out there in Lexington, Kentucky, I don't think he's got really any reason to make that up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like he's going to make money on it. He's not writing a book on it or writing a book on it. He's out there just telling a story what happened to him. And I got to tell you, he said there was 3 blonde people that were in the bar or wherever he was at, and they weren't communicating.
And
I
then,
heard that story before about people that weren't communicating.
Tell them, put the race of aliens that you said that you think they were on the in the chat so we can look it up later and stuff.
Yeah,
he said there was a specific race that has that
long blonde hair.
Long blonde hair.
But here's the thing. What are the people like? That's why I say, what do aliens look like in your mind before they approach you? Do they look like normal people? That's what is. This is the thing.
I mean, he's obviously saying they look like Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence. That's what I was thinking. Looks like Trevor Lawrence walking around, just standing there in the pool room, not really communicating that much, standing by the lake.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I got out of it. Like the Trevor Lawrence looking kind of person. Take a look at this. Joe Rogan has something to say about it.
Initially, a lot of people were dismissing your concerns, and they were saying that this object is nothing but a comet, and it's very normal. But then as it got closer and as we got more data, it seems like you're correct.
Well,
this is a very unusual object.
There is something really important to recognize here, that usually when you deal with scientific matters, they have very little impact on the future of humanity. Very little. You know, if the neutrino has a little bit of a mass, doesn't really matter. You know, when we discovered the Higgs boson, the biggest impact was to confirm some idea we had back in the 60s. And, you know, obviously that affected, you know, those people who got the Nobel Prize. But most of us continued as if nothing happened. However, here, if we ever encounter alien technology, everything will change. It will affect the financial markets. It will affect politics in a major way. So my point is simple. This is different than other scientific matters. And the intelligence agencies know very well that events with very small probability have to be considered seriously because they could have major implications. Here comes an object from outside the solar system, and it shows anomalies. The scientists would say we should be as careful as possible at talking about anything other than a rock. Now, they say that when they know that humanity launched a lot of space junk, you know, a lot of technological objects to space. And we also know that there are 100 billion stars like the sun in the Milky Way galaxy alone. Most of them formed billions of years before the sun. And there are billions of Earth-Sun analogs. Now, we all believe that we came out of a soup of chemicals That's the scientific narrative of how human intelligence came on this earth. And so it's quite likely that, we are not the first one. Sorry to break the news, Elon Musk was probably not the most accomplished space entrepreneur since the Big Bang, 13.8 billion years ago. And therefore, we should consider the possibility that things like us existed long before us. And you can ask the question, how long does it take our own technology, the Voyager spacecraft that we launched out of the solar system, how long does it take it to move to the opposite side of the Milky Way galaxy? Thousands of light years away, takes less than 1 billion years. And that means that all these civilizations that had their history initiated billions of years before ours could have done it. And all we need to do as responsible scientists is to check if among all the rocks that come from outside of our backyard are really rocks, or maybe one of these objects might be a tennis ball that was thrown by a neighbor.
I don't want one more time. Oumuamua? Okay, I don't want to screw it up. How large was that?
That was the size of a football field.
So
of over 100 meters.
Small in comparison to 3I Atlas.
Oh, yeah. That's my point, that 3I Atlas is 1 million times more massive, at least 1 million times more massive than Oumuamua. Right. And I immediately, as it was discovered, it was July 1st, and my wife asked me to go on vacation to Aruba 2 days later. And as I was going on the plane and as I arrived there, I realized, wait, that doesn't make sense because we should have seen millions of Oumuamuas before we saw this one. It's so big. And I also realized there is not enough rocky material per unit volume in interstellar space to deliver such a giant rock into the inner solar system within a period of a decade. You would expect it at the very optimistic scenario where you package all the material into objects that are 5 kilometers in diameter. You would imagine once per 10,000 years. So I wrote immediately a scientific paper. My wife was not happy that, on our vacation, I was sitting on my computer, but I just couldn't resist it.
Right.
And by the way, this paper I submitted for publication. That was July 3rd or something. And then the editor said, the paper is fine, but you have a concluding sentence at the end where you say, well, unless the object is smaller than estimated, maybe it was targeting the inner source. That was my solution to say, one way out of this dilemma of why is it so big is if it was targeting the inner solar system by design. And indeed, the trajectory is aligned with the plane of the planets around the sun to within 5 degrees. The chance for that at random is 1 in...
As you know, obviously, you keep going in depth on this, right?
I couldn't even listen to that, man.
It was like he was so boring in how he was talking. But because some of these boring people, though, they have a lot more information. But the way that they talk is boring. You're like, I don't hear this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you think about the reality, I look at these clips all the time. I take a look at what other people were saying.
He has to write a book. He talks like a book.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
this guy doesn't. Listen to what this guy had to say real quick. This is fast. People watching live in the building. This is what people need to hear.
Jeremy Corbell, George Knapp, please look me up. I'm a whistleblower. We live in a square like the Brady Bunch, and in those other squares are different civilizations. Space is fake. It's all it is a sailing. 3I Atlas is on its way back. That's actually the Anunnaki. They realize the Greys have a soul catcher on the moon, and they've been fucking trapping us for thousands of years. The Anunnakis found out about it, and they're coming back. That's why you see all these drones going back and forth. Those aren't really drones. Those are fallen angels. Listen, God is real. Jesus is real. George, please hit me up, man. I got information for you. I gotta go. I've been being looked for right now. People like Elon Musk and Incorporated, those guys, those are reptilians. They manipulate our brain and make us think that they're really humans, but they're not. They're reptilians. This world is bonkers, guys. That's why over at Skinwalker Ranch, they've been digging into the ground. It's all technology. Underneath the ground is technology, and underneath that ground is a different civilization. Guys, it's weirder than you think.
How about this, though? We were talking about this, the size of Manhattan. That was one of the things I want to talk about. Because I got this video. This guy came on there and said, this is the size of Manhattan, vanished. And then when he brought this up, and here's why I'm saying this, because I don't know if the government really wants us to know about the alien situation. And I don't know why they wouldn't want us to know. If you dig deeper, it's like, why would they not want us to know if they knew? What would be the main reason, hey, we're not going to tell the people about it? Well, I don't know why they wouldn't tell us. Like, because they're going to plan something we don't know about?
No,
like,
I'm just saying, what are we going to do?
That's what I'm saying. What are they going to do? What are we gonna do?
I mean, but what are we gonna do?
Panic.
But, yeah, and start looting and acting
Not
crazy.
buying shit, not doing nothing,
Yeah.
not going to
So
work.
Why would you tell people if you have no solution? You might as well just wait and see how.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean we're gonna go crazy because the aliens are coming. I mean crazy mentally, but you're not gonna go to work now. Aliens came.
I mean, you never know.
I don't know, but I think people are gonna work. You got to pay the bills. You don't show up, you're not getting paid. Aliens are here. Going to work.
People about to stop paying the bills anyway.
Yeah, the SNAP benefits right now.
No, just people are doing like the no spending.
Not doing shit.
Yeah.
And this guy here, I showed this guy. This guy was bugging saying the size of Manhattan.
How does an object the size of Manhattan, New York, just disappear off the radar for 19 minutes? And yes, I'm talking about the 3-Eye Atlas that they state that's headed towards Earth and is supposed to arrive in November. Now, since 3-Eye Atlas was spotted in July, they've had someone constantly watching this object as it travels through space. And we know it's not a comet because we've moved past that. This thing is ranging from 7 to 12 miles long. So how does something as large as that just disappear off the radar for 19 minutes and then comes back and then teleports somewhere else? And if that don't have you worried, they say that it was 7 other objects surrounding the 3-Eye Atlas when it made its appearance. 33 billion tons is the size that they claim 3-Eye Atlas is. If it's coming to Earth, where the hell is it gonna land? Because if it's the size of Manhattan, it's definitely gonna crush some shit.
That's what I'm saying. Moving at 130.
Look at what Brandon said. I hear what you said with that. Look what Brandon said in the chat. I told you about the Skinwalkers.
Skinwalker Ranch is where they find a bunch of animals missing organs but bled out with no fluid present. I said this already.
No, I was telling you about the Skinwalkers.
No, yeah, but I'm telling you about the animals missing organs.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
But he said it is Skinwalkers. Yeah, I know you're saying the Skinwalkers walking around.
Yeah.
What's a Skinwalker?
It's like
what would be the definition? Someone walking around looking like a lizard?
I don't know the exact definition, but
what do you think it looks like?
It could look like anything.
That's what I'm coming.
It could be a dog. It could be anything. Like,
see, that's why I'm getting crazy right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why this conversation is so interesting. Because someone come in the chat. Anybody in the chat, you heard of the Skinwalkers? Who in the chat heard about the Skinwalkers? 420 Philly blood in the
it used to be on YouTube, like a lot of videos, but I really can't find too many videos.
The Skinwalker, though, what are they doing? They're just out there. They were planted here.
There's a lot in the like the Navajos in like New Mexico and all of that.
But what is that? Planted here? It just grew here? Was it put here? Like that's what I'm saying. A Skinwalker.
I really feel like they're like demons, but some people could say they're aliens. People could say they're whatever, but they're just. I guess they're aliens. They're kidnapping people. They're killing people. They're killing animals. They're experimenting on people. I don't know.
Hey, I'm looking at the chat right now. This Afu. I'm sorry, my vision is. I got my glasses on. God damn, I got screens everywhere. This Afu said it in the chat.
Yeah.
No, he said, you can fit a lot of humans in a ship that size. The size of Manhattan.
Yeah.
That's a scary thought. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. I don't know. Is shit's coming over here? Maybe they know something we don't. That's why the government, when people start saying about the government not telling us shit, they either not telling us because they don't know, which is possibly true, or they're not telling us because they know shit that we don't know. But why would they announce it saying, why would NASA start saying, hey, ship's coming, get your bags. You know what I'm saying? Like, take your last vacation. Someone said, take your last vacation. I got people, take a look, this guy a lot to say. Take a look at this guy.
Everyone, I have a major update about what's going on in the world. Just got back from DC, and I'm afraid that we are being horribly misled by the mainstream media. There's all this military activity. All the countries are preparing for something big. Russian drones were shot down over Poland. Now NATO is involved. The USA is involved. We've been told that Russian fighter jets attempted to shoot down a UFO and the missile bounced right off of it. Chinese and Russian submarines are patrolling right now on the Pacific coast. And Congress is trying to figure out whether they should tell the people the truth about alien and extraterrestrial life.
all this going on, and the media is going to try to distract us. So do your own thinking. They're going to be
last question. I got a video I want to show you right now, V. This is the last question I want to ask you because, you know, as we're talking about that, I got the message at the bottom of the screen right here that says 130 miles per hour. Okay, now we're driving down the street.
You said only 130 miles an hour?
No, I didn't say only. I said traveling at 130,000 miles per hour.
Oh, 30,000 miles. I think you said 130 miles an hour. Like,
our cars do that. Yeah. V, hold on, V. 130,000 miles per hour. What the hell's doing
and
that?
And you're saying it's doing that going around the sun?
It's okay. So when they saw this shit, it was heading this direction. They said it's going toward the sun. Now, if it was just a comet, they don't really have comets the size of Manhattan flying around. So that's one thing. Okay, came from somewhere else, another solar system, another location. They said there's billions of galaxies. So go figure that. That really takes.
But we could do the math on that to see when
How
it's
fast
supposed when it's supposed to arrive. Then if it's heading towards us, if it's 25 million miles away and it's going 130,
but that's what they did for the last 30 days. They've been saying this.
So when is it supposed to come?
Right
now.
I
was about to say they said it was supposed to be.
No, it's just coming
the 29th.
out.
It's supposed to be yesterday.
No, the 29th into today. It's going toward. So it's supposed to get closer to the sun, and you won't see it's behind the sun. And then I don't know how this is going to be going, but
so it's behind the sun. So it's got to come around the sun, then it's going to shoot at us.
But here's the thing. If it's a comet, it goes past the sun, keeps on moving. But what they're saying is it was moving in a way that it was being driven around, flown around. Not like, hey, it's just traveling through time at the same trajectory. Just what they're saying is it's being steered in a way where when you see it moving, it's not just heading on a direction because the wind's taking it or some shit like that. It's like literally being moved around in a way that there's no air. There's no oxygen. So, you know what I'm saying? There's no like wind.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain that, but you know what I mean? I don't live out there.
That
means
it needs something to be pushing it. Like
right.
It needs some type of fuel. Not fuel, but like
something.
Yeah.
And then going faster and then slower and then turning and then moving and then zooming in on it with how they could see something from 100. How far away did you say it was?
I think I read
a million miles.
No, 25
million miles. Yeah. I can't even get, you know what I'm saying? I can't even see something from here to Fort Lauderdale. You know what I mean? To go all the way that many miles away is what I'm trying to say. And they're showing pictures of it and being like, I don't know about that. I think some people are getting a little concerned, a little worried about it. This guy.
So it's supposed to be coming towards us today.
Take a look at this guy.
This is a star. This is a galaxy. And this is a new object discovered by the Rubin Observatory's Space and Time mission. Here's another new object. And here's another. This new telescope was made to scan the sky, and within the first 10 hours of it being on, it discovered 2,000 new objects, all moving in a swarm formation. Have you seen this video? This is the actual footage from the telescope. Look at all of these different objects. Tell me, are these just asteroids, just comets? Look how they're moving. So first we get 3i Atlas, then we get Swan R2, and now they turn on this telescope and they see a literal swarm surrounding Earth. Here, as you can see, they back the camera up and you can see it's literally a swarm headed towards Earth. They literally turned this thing on for like 10 hours, and in a 10-hour period, they saw over 2,000 objects flying in a swarm, looking like they have intelligence to it. And everybody's wondering why all the governments and the militaries and everybody's coming together, having all these secret meetings and surprise meetings, and none of this is on the news. None of this is on the news. None of this Atlas, Swan, Lemon, none of it's on the news. And it's like, this is major news. Why is it on the news? And if you're wondering how they did this, this new telescope takes a video of the night sky every couple of days, and over a 10-year period, it will make a complete video of the entire universe. This is called the Space and Time Project, and this is the telescope that they're going to use to do it. So yes, this video is real, and as you can see, they found over 2,000 objects swarming in just the first 10 hours. You already know that.
Shit's going on, V.
That video didn't look too real though.
But shit is going on out in the sky.
Yeah.
They are, the government has admitted that.
I'm talking about when he said that video is real and then it had the blue dots.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It looks suspect.
Yeah.
But that's his thing.
But and then my thing too is like they saying like the government's not talking about it, NASA's not talking about it, nobody's talking about it. So how do we even?
Well, now they're not.
Unless somebody's like sneakily, whistleblowing and
we got people
leaking information.
But we got people in the government that's actually talking about it saying, hey, no, shit's happening. And so if they're saying that, there's shit out there, they wouldn't make this accusation in the government saying, hey, listen, saw some shit out there. Okay.
You don't think the government would do that?
No, they did already.
Yeah.
They said.
No, but I'm saying you don't think they would make an accusation?
I don't think they're going to go out there because all these years go by and they go, look, okay, we've been quiet about this. I've been in the government for a long time and this is what I saw. Shit's real. Multiple people. Shit's real. Say what you want to say, shit's real. Now, they say that, people start getting, oh, well, I've been thinking this anyway. A lot of people say, that's not real, right? So hold on a minute. In the chat right now.
Remember when the people were supposed to ambush and break into Area 51? Like a lot of people were trying to plan to do that. They should do that.
That's just
going to
happen.
know what's in there.
Hey, I didn't say that. In the chat right now, watching live, I just end the poll. I got a poll in the chat for the 170 people in the building right now. Really quick, watching live. Do you believe in aliens? I just dropped a poll in the chat right now as we get ready to sign off right now. Real quick. I just dropped the poll in the chat right now. Everybody go vote right now. Do you believe in aliens, yes or no? Watch how fast this ticks up, V. Right now, 100%. 96% of people said they believe in aliens. 97% of people said they believe in aliens. Okay, it's going up right now, V. I just dropped this poll in the chat right now. I want to see how you guys feel before we actually end the stream today. A lot going on. Had to have this conversation in the building. It was very, very important, I'll be honest with you, because I want to know how you guys feel about it. We cover everything. If you've been to the show before, you've been in this chat before, and you are a subscriber of the show, put an S in the chat right now. If it's your first time watching in the chat, put first time right now. I want to shout you out, and I'm about to gift a membership out to a lucky person in the building right now. One lucky member in the chat right now is about to get a membership. We're live every day, Monday through Friday, every damn day, except for tomorrow, because it's Halloween. I got a lot of shit to do, I'll be honest. Halloween's taking me broke. Hey, candy, crazy, expensive. Things going on. Got 4 kids. Shit's crazy. First time in the chat. Jamie, we appreciate you. Welcome to the show. Danielle, we appreciate you. Welcome to the damn show. Who else here for the first time? Shamu, Dixon, Seth. Who subscribed today? If you subscribed today, tell me you subscribed. We're getting ready to gift a lucky membership out to a lucky person in the chat right now. Eric Roy, Andy in the building. Australia, we greatly appreciate you. Who's in the building right now? Rosine said first time, but definitely not the last. We're live every damn day at 10 a.m. We got a membership going out to a lucky person in the chat. All you got to do to win is say, pick me right now. I'm going to try to get this out, V. Is it going out there in the building? Let me see if it's working right now. God dang it, I keep on clicking the damn. Here we go. Here goes a lucky member right now in the chat. Everybody say, pick me right now in the chat. V, tell them. They get selected right now. The show's growing. We're approaching 80,000 subscribers in the chat right now. If you are watching live, put pick me. You must be a subscriber to the show. You must hit the like button right now. We are getting ready to give out a membership to a lucky person that is currently watching the show right now. Even right now, as we get ready to sign off, over 130 people in the chat. Make sure you hit the freaking like button right now. We need you to push it out for us, baby. Let people know that we're live in the building right now as I get ready to gift this membership right now in the building. Take a look at the chat, everybody. You're going to see one lucky person walk away with a membership to the show, and you'll be highlighted now. So when you talk, I can see your message every single time. The people that are subscribed to the show and you're a member of the show, every message you put, it pops up on my screen. I want you guys to know that. If you are a part of the show right now, David Mason. By the way, I don't know who David Mason, but he got a great last name. Welcome to the freaking show. And just because of that, hold on a second. Just because of that, because it says David Mason, people are going to say, oh, he knows him, which I don't. But now because of that, we got to gift another membership right now. So people in the chat, pick me one more time. What time does our show start in the chat right now? Von and I in the building, because you know how we get in the chat right now in the building. What time is our show every day? Drop it in the chat, people. Let people know we're live every day. At what time? You must hit the like button. You must be a subscriber to win right now if you're watching live. What time does our show start every damn day? Drop it in the chat. We greatly appreciate you in the building right now. Here we go. We got one more subscriber about to be selected right now in the chat. Everybody put 10 a.m. because we're live every damn day at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everybody in the chat right now coming into the building, we greatly appreciate you. Let me make sure I get that out to the next lucky person in the chat right now. Who just won that membership? Brandon Weaver in the building. Welcome to the damn show. We love and appreciate you. It is automatic. By the way, I don't select it. And everyone that's watching live, thanks for joining our show today. We're live every damn day. Some conversations are crazy. Some are wild. Some have hundreds. Some have thousands of people in them. Today, we were talking about aliens and the 3i Atlas. Guess what? Tomorrow, we're not live because it's Halloween time. I won't be here. But Monday, V, we'll be back in the building with some craziness. I know you're ready for some political conversation. V said, the SNAP benefits. V said, hold up, the SNAP benefits. I got to get on there and have that conversation. We'll see all you guys on Monday at 10 a.m. Don't miss a damn show. Go out there and follow us on social media, Brandon Mason Show, all across social media, everywhere. Go add me so I can add you back today. And you're going to see the logo pop up on the screen, people, in 2 seconds. When you see the logo pop up, give it 10 seconds to refresh your screen and leave a message on the video. All love to you. Vaughn, salute these people. We'll see every single one of you Monday at 10 a.m. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.
Nothing
All
in
love
it.
to you. Vaughn, salute these people.
Because my
We'll
Chanel
see every
bag
single
was a
one of you
rental, and I
Monday
had 3
at 10
days
a.m.
to
Have a
return.
great rest of your
My
day.
girlfriend bougie as all get up.
All love to you.
She looks at me and she said, Chef, how do you do it when you have nothing?